morning, everyone. Can you hear me okay? So, let me just be honest with you. I'm extremely nervous. It's been about 20 years since I've been in high school, more than 20 actually. And when I was approached to do this talk, I had a lot of things. You know, what can I talk about? A lot of real scientific things that I thought might be interesting to you all. And then sort of, maybe about a month before, I thought, you are in school all day. You hear about science, you hear about math. What would I have liked to know about when I was in high school? What had I wished someone had talked to me more about as I started to move through my career, as I started to look more into what I wanted to be 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, etc. So this idea came to mind, confidence. I wish someone had talked to me more about how to just really accept where I am, where I'm going, how I look. Because that was the key to really give me the trajectory of pursuing my dreams, pursuing my goals. So the title of my talk is Learning to Love Your Perfectly Imperfect Self. Play on words, right? How can you be perfectly imperfect? With all the messages that we get, especially as young women in the media, of how you should look, how you should act, even from a young age, a lot of times girls are groomed to be the perfect lady. What is the perfect lady? Does the perfect lady wear stockings all the time? Does the perfect lady wear sneakers with their dresses? There's so many images today that conflict with ideas of how you should look, how you should be. And if you don't fit into those molds, how do you navigate your life to really accept yourself, to really love who you are? So for me, interestingly, it started with my hair. My hair, of all things, was the gateway to getting me to accept myself for who I am. Now, from a very, very young age, my hair was chemically altered, straightened. I had very, very thick, bushy, curly hair. So my mother, she started straightening my hair with a hot comb. That's something that's very common in the Black community, especially women my age, Black women my age and older. The younger generation, you had the opportunity to have electric hot combs. But me, every Saturday night, my mom would take out that iron hot comb, place it on the stove, oil my hair, and I knew it was coming. I could feel that heat getting closer and closer to my ear. Ah! And just as I heard the singe, it went through. So my hair would go from maybe being this length to this length, and I felt fabulous. Now, part of this was done, A, because I had very unruly hair, and it took time to detangle all of that in the morning, and B, I felt confident, or what I thought was confident. I was made fun of a lot. Where I grew up, there really wasn't a lot of girls that had curly, quote-unquote, nappy hair like I did. So I felt having straight hair was a means of acceptance. Now, the problem with the straightening comb is it applies heat, but as soon as you go out in the rain, as soon as you break a sweat running and playing around, your hair goes from this back to this. And sometimes even a little bigger if it's raining outside or if there's humidity. So my mom advanced to chemical straightening. The problem with chemical straightening is it semi-permanently alters the entire hair structure. Relaxing, perms, relaxes the hair. Now, I had my first relaxer when I was 13 years old. And I remember that moment almost like yesterday because I cried the entire time. The fumes, the smell, What is this burning? Why is it supposed to burn? I would have preferred having the sizzling hot comb a millimeter away from my ear than having this chemical, thick cream applied to my hair and scalp, only for it to look straight and stay straight longer, but then have to deal with scabs on my scalp, to deal with the tenderness. I still have a spot in my scalp today that's tender from a perm gone wrong. So, all of these things were done over a course of about 10 years. Every 6 weeks, like clockwork, I was in that chair, getting that hair perm, because again, it was something about myself that I felt I had to do to build my confidence, even though I didn't like it. It'd be one thing if I was looking forward to it, but on that 6th week, I dreaded getting my hair done. Yes, I loved it afterwards, but the whole entire process, I hated it. And I thought, why can't people just like me for what I am? So now, fast forward to 2003. I graduate with my doctorate degree fresh in hand. I'm coming up to Baltimore to do my first doctoral residency, and I said, I have to look good. I have to really make a good impression on these people. Yeah, I scored high on my SATs, getting into college. I was at the top of my class, graduating, magna cum laude. But I thought, to really take it over the edge, I'm going to get my hair cut and permed, of course, into this real cute Halle Berry-like style, right? I look nothing like Halle Berry, as you all can see, but if I could pull the hair off, that will give me the confidence that I need. So I had this haircut, and a couple months into my residency, I thought, you know what? I'm going to kick this up a notch. I'm going to add some color to it as well. Problem with that was, as a resident, I was not, didn't have a lot of cash in the bank, let's just say that. So how could I cut corners? Well, I figured, A, maybe I could do my own perm at home, and B, why don't I just color my hair too? I mean, I'm a smart girl. I have an advanced chemistry degree. I can read directions. Big mistake. Oh my God, no, was exactly what happened when I rinsed my hair out. Patches of hair was in my kitchen sink. I had a burn in my scalp that looked like someone applied an iron to it. Like, how did that even happen? So I thought, okay, this is Saturday night. I have to fix this before Monday morning. Weave to the rescue. So I searched all over. I found someone to braid my hair with extensions. Go back to work Monday like nothing happened, even though my scalp was on fire. So over the course of about a year in my residency, I kept getting my hair braided with extensions. And I want to say close to the end, when my hair had grown out a little bit more, I thought, you know what? Gosh, I like my hair. It had been the first time that I had seen my natural hair, my God-given natural hair that grew out of my scalp in over 10 years. 10 years. So a lot changes when you're a young, impressionable girl to a woman. And I thought, you know what? I like this. So I started cutting some of the permed ends off, and I was left with this really soft, very thick, very short afro. And I was thinking, you know what? This is not so bad. And I don't even need all these products to keep it up. I really like my hair. I don't have money anyway to keep getting my hair done, $300, every 6 weeks. And I'm a poor resident eating ramen noodles still. Yes, I have a doctorate degree, but I'm still struggling. So yeah, I can use my $300 to save money, to do other things that I needed to get done. Forget it, I'm going to work like this. I'm going to work with my natural hair because I really like it. So Monday morning rolls around, I walk into work and I'm met with shock. Is that you? Naomi? Why did you cut your hair? Oh my God, can I touch it? Guys, it was like I had completely transformed into a different person. I still had on my scrubs, I still had on my name badge. I just didn't have braids down to here. I just had my natural hair. And you know, in the past, that would have definitely done something to my spirit. But I think something kicked in and was like, you know what, I don't care what people think, and I like it. And that's where my freedom, that was the opening door to me really beginning to explore, okay, I like this about myself. What are some other things that I enjoy? What are some other things that I'm having problems with admitting to myself that's holding me back? One of those things was my struggle with depression and anxiety. Struggled with anxiety all of my life. Even now, I had a little mini panic attack walking up. So there were little things that I would read about, that I would, hear from other people, that I started exploring. So I forgot all about this slide, but this is just to show you how free I feel. I've had my hair in various styles, and these are recent pictures. The picture on the right is from December, I believe, and my baldy is from June. So getting that acceptance allowed me to explore other things, to help me heal with other issues, as I said before, depression, anxiety. 10 years ago, I began practicing yoga at a time where A, there wasn't a lot of black women practicing yoga, and B, definitely plus-size women in general were not practicing yoga or being open about it. So the more I began to explore those things, the more I began to learn other modes of spirituality. I'm a Reiki practitioner, I work with energy. It began to really build my confidence more and more. And yes, I excelled in the workplace, and I continue to excel in the workplace. But having that confidence as my foundation was key. Now, I know you may be thinking, well, you're older, you have degrees behind your name, you've had time to figure this out, and all of that's true. But to be honest, I'm still figuring it out. Because as you grow up, each and every one of you, you will have changes. You will have things that happen that come from out of left field. You will have people telling you what you can and can't do. You will continuously have images flown across the screen, across your Facebook timelines of how you should look. But here's the difference. Here's what I wish I had known 22 years ago. How can I continuously look in the mirror? How can I continuously feel comfortable with what I see? So one thing that has really helped me from the beginning is journaling my feelings. Sometimes it's hard to talk to your parents. Sometimes it's hard to even talk to your best friend. But that paper will be there for you no matter what. You can write how you feel, good or bad, even tear it up, burn it when you're done, or save it to read later on. But the first thing I think with getting to really accept yourself is to write about how you feel. Another modality I think that's helped me and other girls that I've mentored in the past is something called mirror work. This is so hard if you haven't done it before. And it was very, very hard for me when I first started. Look in the mirror, instead of saying something negative, say something positive. If you don't have anything positive to say about yourself, it doesn't even have to be physical. Just smile. Just smile. And little by little, things will begin to fall in place. You'll start with your smile. Your smile will work up to your eyes. You'll notice your hair. Whatever it is about you that you have had problems with in the past accepting, those things will begin to change. And you'll be able to see yourself in a new light. Because let's face it, no one here is perfect. No one. Not even the celebrities. We all have our issues. So I'd just like to end with the Lorax. As cheesy as this may sound, but it's the truth. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? Thank you.